Hey everybody, ronarray here, and I love trying new farming strategies. With abyss getting nerfed and ritual becoming too popular, I went to test on breach farming, and surprisingly, it's pretty profitable and easy to farm right now. So in this video, I wanted to cover a few different ways how you can farm breach and get good profit out of it in the current meta, explaining the setup, what you're profiting from, and how to optimize the strategy. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you appreciate detailed farming guides, and let's go! So at the moment, the breach farming strategy is pretty profitable, mostly because of the huge prices of breach bases, breach rings, and catalysts, such as River Catalyst. River Catalysts go 1 divine per 3.5 rivers. Same goes for higher level amulets or breach rings. For example, the Trinity amulet that I'm using in my build is pretty expensive at the moment. So there's 3 possible strategies to farm breach appropriately, and you don't even need the full breach tree for that. Perfectly, you will just need to take 30% increased effectiveness of rare breach monsters for a little additional currency, together with choosing the Wombgifts. Right there. If you're going to farm the catalysts, you will need to choose lavish Wombgifts. If you're going to farm the amulets, it's going to be ornate. For rings, it's going to be signet. First off, I'm going to showcase how we are farming catalysts, so it's going to be lavish. You don't really need to take much of other passives, you can just go to the right, invest into growing wealth, and finishing the rest of the passives is not really mandatory, it's still working out just alright, especially since most of other parts of the breach tree is not providing much of an upside. As the master, I recommend to use Doriani just for chance for cleansed and corrupted and evolutionary presence, but using Jado instead for partial translation, Eastern knowledge and unforeseen threats is a pretty good way as well. So at the moment, that approach is as straightforward as possible. It's recommended to just use breach tablets with increased quantity of Wombgifts found in the maps. That way you can drop more than 1 lavish Wombgift per minute if you're fast enough while farming your breaches. You can use triple tablets just with those bonuses, or you can use double quantity of Wombgifts and the last one for quantity of hive blood found in the map, especially if you don't have enough hive blood after 1 hour of farming to generate enough Wombgifts. And that strategy is absolutely crazy simple, you just need to join the map and clear the breaches as fast as possible. The waystone itself could be absolutely anything, and perfectly getting some effectiveness and rarities always can make your drops a little better. Other bonuses on tablets are not important too, so don't overpay for it. However, getting some effectiveness here could be a nice option too. You're just focusing on getting in, farming your breach, and exiting as fast as possible while looting all possible Wombgifts. Now let's talk about the tree and how you're going to profit from it. So perfectly, you're just taking all lavish Wombgifts that you got and bringing it to the tree. And in the tree, I recommend to go to the left and take complete refinement, so you can birth only catalysts, together with bonuses from additional duplicates, additional different catalysts, and additional item chances. There's a big question why I'm not taking For Good the Flash, Rejection of 1, or Ignorant to Power. Unfortunately, after some of my tests yesterday, it seems like that bonus is not working out at all. So even when I took birth items cannot be flash catalysts, it's still been dropping additional flashes. So it seems that those passives are currently bugged. GG can fix them at any point with a hotfix or any small change, so feel free to test it out yourselves in case if it's working at the moment. But currently I'm not taking any of those. Instead, I'm taking additional item chances, I'm taking only catalysts, additional duplicates, and additional different catalysts too. So if those passives will start working, I would recommend to replace a few of those and probably block flash together with Chiula's catalyst, which is not really that good compared to other options in those lists. So profit definitely depends on luck, but you can still make a decent amount of divines per hour just farming those. especially relying on catalysts like Sibilant Catalyst, which is almost 10 Exalted, so 10 per Divine, River Catalyst, which I already showcased, that's about 22, and there's also cool other options which still sell in, such as Tools Catalyst, which is 8, and basic ones like that. There are still bad catalysts, such as Flash, for example, or catalysts which are not too popular, such as Carapace, which is only 2 Exalted, but when you're selling them all in a bulk and through Ang, it still can be very profitable. On your general atlas for the strategy, you can practically use the same setup like always, just go up, take all tablet bonuses, perfectly take some bonuses for cleansed maps, all rarity and rare monsters that you can get. You don't really worry about it because most of your profit is coming from lavishes and breach catalysts in general. Next strategy is heavily focused on getting high level breach rings, because breach rings, especially item level 82, cost a lot at the moment. And for that, you will need Waystones tier 16. So keep in mind that that variation of the strategy is significantly more expensive and significantly more risky. If you want just an easy farm for a decent amount of divines, go for the previous version. That version can be profitable, but it's much more RNG based. And to get Waystone tier 16, you just need to take normal tier 15s and corrupt them with Val orbs. There is a chance that you're going to receive a Waystone tier 16 instead. So Waystone tier 16 combined with Irradiated tablet is going to give you the map with level 81. Since you can also use a special tablet which is giving you Wombgifts has 30% chance to drop 1 level higher, it can give you Wombgifts with level 82. Those Wombgifts can practically give birth to very good high-level breach rings. However, keep in mind that there's a few tricks to it. First off, the Doriani's disengage safety is still bugged, not working, so you will need to use Irradiated tablet. After that, you also will need to use 1 tablet for quantity of Wombgifts and 1 for Wombgifts have 30% chance to drop 1 level higher. If you feel like you don't really need quantity, you can just use double tablets with 1 level higher, but both variations are working pretty decently. And another thing is the tree. So right here in the breeding program, from Lavish Wombgifts, you will need to swap to Signet Wombgifts. So on the tree for the rings, you just need to take Otherworldly Clutch, so Birth item has 10% chance to be Breach Rings, together with Birth Breach Rings have 5% chance to instead Birth and Refine Breach Ring. The rest of the points you can go for surpassing chance to birth an additional item, or if you want to use some normal rings which are dropping, you can block some modifiers up there, spending a few points. So that's completely choice of yours. Personally, I'm just running block for mana because mana is not really useful on rings anyway. Also, if you don't want to risk it, you can just sell your signed Wombgift for about 25 Exalteds on the market each, and that way you will not risk it and RNG trying to get your rings. And the last strategy is just good old effectiveness stacking. For that, you can use Ray class Besieged, it's going to give you Unstable Breach in map spawn 4 additional rare monsters when stabilized. And you can combine it with Breach tablets, which is giving increased effectiveness of rare breach monsters in the map, and monsters have increased effectiveness. So 2 tablets like that can give a pretty decent bonus of effectiveness to your monsters, combined with Ray class Besiege, which is adding even more and more rares. That way you can just try to aim for basic loot in the same way you've been doing the Abyss. You will still get some cool bonuses from currency, from lavish Wombgifts, but the main goal here would be loot from those monsters. I believe that it's less effective compared to 2 previous strategies, and my favorite so far is just running as fast as possible with quantity of Hive Blood, quantity of Wombgifts, and getting as many lavish Wombgifts as possible to get catalysts up. However, farming rares could be a pretty decent option as well, especially if you're just aiming for the raw loot. But I still believe that maybe even nerfed Abyss still could be a pretty decent contender in that case, and Breach is mostly shining just with quickly completing maps and going for catalysts, which are still pretty expensive. Anyway, the biggest upside of farming Breach at the moment is very fast maps, pretty good gold generation, additional drops that you can get, and you can also progress your atlas pretty fast, searching for citadels for example, or farming parts of Lineage gems too. So all of that together should be pretty profitable, especially while prices for catalysts will still be as high as they are right now. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will be able to farm some decent currency with that as well. See you next time, and ronarray out.